I was athletic, I played a lot of sports when I was younger, so you start with that, so you get used to almost always having to prove yourself in some ways. Then from that I went on to become a chemist. My background's in chemistry, so it's another male-dominated industry. So it's like the stereotyping is really the hardest. The one nice thing here is that at least personally, I do feel like I am empowered by my management staff to make decisions. And we do it like even with my team, we have an open forum, we discuss things and everything else. So, it's just the stereotyping is probably the hardest obstacle to overcome. I love the job, of course. Working in retail is going to be your customer service, because you always got to make sure you're right there for that customer. So that's first and foremost. We want to make sure that we create the pleasant atmosphere for the customer. We want to help customers love where they live. That's really what we want to do. What I do here is I oversee the specialist, the pro, and my part-timer. But more importantly, I empower them to make decisions to go through with those sales, to go ahead, so I can actually take a step back and let them run the business. Well, what I'm doing is behind the scenes. I'm making sure that I have product in order. I'm making sure I have the right product in, what products they want to come in and see. If there are any customer issues with installs, whatever, I'm there to help that. Plus, I'm also around to help run the store and the everyday activities. Like you'll see some of us wearing a blue vest and we walk the track and everything else. So we're helping customers in a lot of different areas, and that's what I do. I just want to basically make sure that I treat my department as its own little business. And once I see it like a female back here, it's a little, I think that brings a little bit more. What I do see a lot more of, and where we've seen growth, is in our fashion plumbing. Since I've been here, I've been in this position for a year and a half, going on 2 years. I was the manager of paint before, and we saw fashion plumbing grow, and that's because there's more of like that design aspect to it, because that's really what I like to bring into it. And we see a lot more of the do-it-yourselfers, as well as people coming in and saying, oh, I want this inspiration, this is my dream. And YouTube, that's one of the best tools we have, because we even show them online too. We'll go to Google, we'll go to YouTube or whatever, and we'll show them how to do it. We have printouts how to do everything. But there are a lot more women that want to come in and they say, I've been asking my husband to do this for 10 years, and they're like, the only way it's going to get done is if I actually do it myself, and we make it much easier. My pro and specialists, they're phenomenal being able to explain things. Don't give in to the stereotype. Be different. Like I said, don't be afraid to go out there and be different, to do something, to try something. Even because it can look right on paper, it can look wrong on paper, but theory and reality, two different things. That's how a lot of things got discovered. But we're breaking those boundaries, we're breaking those borders. So we just got to continue to grow. We're the future. So.